Krampus, the demon of Christmas, Folklore explained. Every year, a man spreads joy and cheer to children all around the world. The anticipation is almost unbearable as children lie awake, eagerly waiting for his arrival. What gifts will he bring? The cookies are freshly baked, and the milk has been poured, ready for him. But as a shadowy figure approaches, their excitement and joy quickly shift into fear and despair. For this man is not Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, or even Father Christmas. He is no man at all. He is Krampus, the dark and sinister counterpart to Christmas. On this night, there will be no presents or joy, only fear. Krampus is a terrifying figure in folklore, often depicted as a half-goat, half-demon creature. He is said to be the anti-Saint Nicholas, existing as a shadow that lurks behind the joyous holiday. In some regions, it is believed that Krampus accompanies Saint Nicholas during Christmas. But while Saint Nicholas rewards well-behaved children, Krampus punishes the naughty ones. Krampus has been a feared and celebrated figure for hundreds of years, with his appearance often described as nightmarish: large, twisted horns, dark, matted hair, sharp fangs, and a long, pointed tongue. Krampus is always seen carrying chains, which are believed to symbolize the Christian Church's binding of the devil, keeping him in check. Along with the chains, Krampus holds a bundle of birch sticks, which he uses to punish children who misbehave, swatting them with the sticks as punishment. While St. Nicholas rewards good children with toys and gifts, he leaves lumps of coal for those who have been bad. This coal serves as a signal for Krampus, who then comes to deal with the unruly children. On occasion, Krampus will throw the misbehaving children into a sack or basket and carry them off to his lair in the underworld, where their fate remains uncertain. The depictions and stories of Krampus vary widely, with no singular version being universally accepted. In some versions, Krampus is more of a monster than a man, a terrifying beast that embodies all that is dark and wicked. In other versions, Krampus appears as a half-man, half-demon creature, a hybrid figure that straddles the line between the human world and the dark realms of myth. No matter the interpretation, Krampus is always a figure to be feared. Unlike St. Nicholas, whose origins are fairly well documented and understood, the origins of Krampus are more mysterious. The earliest tales of Krampus seem to have originated from the mountainous regions of the Austrian Alps and Germany, and some even suggest that these stories may predate Christianity itself. The name Krampus comes from the German word Krampen, meaning claw, and this creature shares many characteristics with other demonic beings from different cultures. For instance, Krampus shares similarities with satyrs and fauns from Greek mythology, creatures known for their wild, untamed nature and association with the darker sides of human existence. In Norse mythology, Krampus is sometimes said to be the son of Hel, the daughter of Loki, and the ruler of the underworld. Krampus's legend is particularly tied to German Christmas traditions. In the past, December 5th was known as Krampus Nacht, or Krampus Night, when children would be especially wary not to attract the attention of this terrifying creature. They hoped that on December 6th, St. Nicholas would bring them gifts if they had been well behaved. Children would leave their shoes out for St. Nicholas to fill with presents, and if they had been naughty, Krampus would leave a warning, a lump of coal. But coal was just the beginning of Krampus's punishment. Krampus would swoop in to deal with the worst offenders. During Krampusnacht, children would try to avoid drawing Krampus's attention, hoping that St. Nicholas would come the next day to reward them. But those who had been especially misbehaved had more to fear. Krampus, the terrifying creature of the night, would find them and mete out his punishment with swift and ruthless efficiency. In some stories, Krampus would throw the naughty children into his sack, dragging them away to the depths of the underworld. One of the most unique traditions surrounding Krampus is the annual Krampuslauf, or Krampus Run, a festival still celebrated today in Austria and throughout the Alpine region. This tradition is believed to be over 500 years old, and participants still dress up as Krampus, wearing heavy coats made from the fur of goats and sheep. They often wear terrifying masks, designed to instill fear and panic in anyone who crosses their path. The Krampus figures carry torches and whips, and they roam through the streets, accompanied by Saint Nicholas, who leads the procession. During the Krampuslauf, the Krampus figures often playfully terrorize people, particularly children. They will slap the backs of people's legs with their birch whips and switches, sending them running in fear. Sometimes the Krampus figures will even throw children into the snow, all in the name of fun. But this tradition is not all about scaring people. In some regions, Krampus figures will visit people's homes, giving them small treats, candies, and goodies, as a playful reversal of the trick-or-treat tradition we see during Halloween. Before Christianity took hold in the region, December was a month dominated by monsters and ghouls. Krampus's appearance and role during Christmas may seem like the role of the villain, but his significance runs much deeper than simply being a dark figure of Christmas. Krampus represents the balance between good and evil, light and dark. Just as St. Nicholas rewards good behavior, Krampus is there to remind people that there are consequences for poor actions. He is the embodiment of punishment, a necessary force that ensures a moral balance is maintained. In modern times, Krampus has transformed from a feared figure of pure evil to a more celebratory character. In many cultures, Krampus is now seen as a symbol of fun and mischief, even though the fear and tradition of him as a punishment bringer still remain. To me, Krampus isn't purely evil, but rather a figure that represents the need for moral balance in society. There must always be rewards for good behavior, but there must also be consequences for those who act out of line. If receiving no gifts from Santa Claus isn't enough to deter bad behavior, then perhaps a visit from Krampus will be the final warning. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Your support helps promote the video and encourages the growth of the channel. Feel free to share your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions for future videos in the comment section below. As always, I've been your host, Mythology in Fiction Explained. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more ancient legends and folklore, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to StorySeeker. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a new story. See you in the next adventure.